He cracked the code of reality and became a billionaire simply by doing this one thing. The man who acquires the ability to take full possession of his own mind may take possession of anything else to which he is just entitled. Andrew Carnegie became a billionaire. He went from nothing to $39 billion simply by doing this one thing. By developing his level of concentration and attention on one thing for 5 minutes without allowing any other thoughts to come in. Stay tuned until the end, because I'm going to give you an exercise that is going to allow you to develop the same skill.
You know, you've heard of Andrew Carnegie? Have you heard of Carnegie? Carnegie in 20th century became one of the richest men in America in a very short span of time, in a single generation, just himself. So when, as a young man, he got into business and his business started multiplying at a phenomenal pace. He started making money at a pace that America had not witnessed till then. So naturally, the administration got suspicious that he may be doing some criminal activity to make so much money. They put his business through the scanner and they couldn't find anything wrong. Then they set up an inquiry for him. A group of congressmen were conducting this inquiry, and then they asked, "We have looked through your business in every possible way and we don't find anything wrong. So how is it that you make so much money? What is this?" So Carnegie said, "See, I can keep my mind focused on something for 5 minutes at a stretch. 5 minutes, I can keep my mind focused on something. Can any one of you do it?" They all said no. And they actually set up some experiments. None of them could keep their mind focused more than a few seconds. Then he said, "You should not be running United States. Nothing yields unless you pay enough attention. And there is nothing in the existence which cannot yield if you pay enough attention to it."
Andrew Carnegie, in an interview with Dale Carnegie, told him, "Controlled attention magnetizes the brain with the nature of one's dominating thoughts, aims and purposes, thus causing one to be always in search of every necessary thing that is related to one's dominating thoughts. When your dominating thoughts, attention and focus are aligned on something you want to achieve, you invariably achieve it. If you want to successfully change your concept of yourself, successfully shift your identity, you must have a well-sustained attention on the object which is changing your concept of yourself. Because according to Carnegie, prayer is the art of believing. Pray as if you already have something, and then you will have it. But how well of a controlled attention do you have on the feeling that you already have these things? And this is the secret to what Neville Goddard was talking about when he said this right here. The great secret is a controlled imagination and a well-sustained attention firmly and repeatedly focused on the object to be accomplished. So the trick and the secret is to master the development of your controlled attention on a feeling. So how well of a sustained attention do you have? How well can you hold on to your feeling stage? And this is one of the biggest problems that people face when they're trying to manifest, because they start to manifest something, they start to work on something with affirmations, scripting or visualization, then all of a sudden something happens in their three-dimensional world and they start reacting to that. They lose focus of the wish fulfilled. They cannot detach from the things that are happening to them. Their mind cannot focus long enough on the feeling of the wish fulfilled until it comes into your reality. This is a trick. This is the art of believing prayer. The art of believing is holding your attention on your wish fulfilled. As promised, I'm going to give you an exercise and a technique to see where you are with your level of attention, because once you develop this one skill, you're going to be able to create and manifest anything you want to come into your life. This is what I want you to do, and you don't have to do it now. You can make notes or write the steps in the comments. I want you to sit down on the floor, in a chair, or lay down on a bed. Just get comfortable without falling asleep. Find a space where you can relax for a minute. Now, I want you to close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and I want you to use your imagination here. And you're going to visualize. You're going to close your eyes and you're going to imagine a $100 bill or whatever native currency you have. Wherever you're living, whatever the bill looks like, the $100 bill, I want you to count out stacks of $100 on a table in front of you in your imagination. And I want you to count to $10,000 or rupees or whatever your native currency is. So what you do is you're holding the $100 bill. And I want you to look at it front to back, study it. You need to know what it looks like in your imagination. And if you don't go the first step, which means take a look at it or go look up one online, take a really good look at what the front and the back of the bill looks like. I'm talking the real bill. Memorize that in your imagination. Hold your attention to the $100 bill. What does it look like? Focus your attention. How well can you be specific and detailed with the outlines of that $100 bill? Possibly even draw it out. Now, you're going to count that $100 bill 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 1,000. And I want you to count 10 stacks of $1,000 in your imagination. This is going to excite you. This is going to be an easy exercise because this is not just counting some random thing that you don't desire. Everyone desires another $10,000 into their life. So when you're imagining this, you're actually creating this to come into your life. Because whatever you imagine is going to come into your life if you're in alpha state. An alpha state of mind is a state of deep relaxation during which your brain produces alpha waves. By putting yourself in a relaxing state, you drift into alpha and eventually theta and fall asleep doing this. Both ways, you're going to create money to come into your life. Cash is just going to come into your life. All of a sudden, you're going to start seeing $100 bills. People are going to start giving you money. They're going to give you a job, offer you an opportunity. You're going to have more money coming to your life. So there's two sides of this that are beneficial to you. You're going to gain your ability to focus your attention on one thing, and you're also going to have lots of great things come into your life. So if you've never done this before, start today. As you start to do this, you can start to tell where your attention is and how much more work you need to do. Because if you're right in the middle of counting the first stack and all of a sudden you're thinking about what happened on Monday, or you start thinking about what you have to do tomorrow, or this person did this to you, or you have this going on right now. So then you have to bring your mind back to keep pulling your mind back. Because the mind and the thoughts are like a butterfly. They're going to be flying around everywhere. You're going to have to keep bringing it back, and making sure that you're holding your attention on the $100 bill and counting that. And you're looking at the bill, you're feeling it. You're collecting the feeling of ownership of the money. It's not just random money. This is your money. No, you're counting it and you're thinking from it. You're not thinking of it. This is you counting your money in the three-dimensional world in your imagination. So feel each bill. This is your money in the present moment. You're making the future now. And counting out money in your imagination, how well can you focus your attention on this? So this is a powerful exercise that's going to develop your attention, and it's also going to bring some very magical things to come into your lives. There are steps which we can take outside of the practice to make sure that we are aligned with our desire. If you would like to hear more, do let me know down in the comments below. If you found any value in this video, please hit the like button, and if you're new to this channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any upcoming video. Until the next time.